Let's get a look at our first alert forecast now, bringing in Lonnie Quinn once again. And Lonnie, when that snow is so dense and heavy, per square foot, it could actually weigh like up to 20 pounds.
Well, that's why we were saying our big concern was going to be some power outages and trees coming down because, look, you get those big winds that we had, some 60-mile-per-hour gusts, even a 70 and 80-mile-per-hour gust for the east end. That could take a tree down. But, KJ, now it's weighted down with that heavy, wet snow. And those trees are top-heavy, and, yeah, they can come down. Tree limbs can break. Picture right now is one that shows 30 degrees on the thermometer, so we're back below freezing. It's going to continue to get colder out there. We talked about this at the top of the newscast. It goes down to 23 in New York City. Everybody else outside the city, your temperatures will be even colder. So refreezing is the big concern, especially untreated roadways and sidewalks. Afternoon temperature, you barely get to the freezing mark. 32 feels like the 20s with some winds that are blowing out there. Not hazardous winds, but they're there. And then that's it, because temperatures start to rise by the time you get to Wednesday. In fact, you get 5 days in a row where New York City is in the 40s. So that snow is going to be melting, but certainly not all of it. Come on, there's just too much of it. In fact, a couple of nights will bring a bit more snow to the area. Say it and so. Here's how it works out. Our system exits the area. You get a sunny day for your day on Tuesday, but it's cold out there. By Tuesday night, in comes this little clipper system. A little bit of snow there. It's in, it's out pretty quickly. And then you look down to our south for late Thursday into Friday. We do think we'll see the northern edge of that scrape our area with a little bit as well. Wouldn't be much. All right, right now the European says the two-day storm total, stormettes, would be 2.9 for the European. GFS says 1.3. That's going to be a heavy, wet snow again. And speaking of a heavy, wet snow, I want you to think about that. This is what we had this time. Heavy, wet snow, an 8-to-1 ratio, meaning 1 inch of water makes you 8 inches of snow. That's what we had. The last storm that we had the light, fluffy snow. That was 1 inch of water making 15 inches of snow. So just imagine if the 19.7 inches we picked up in Central Park, that's the heavy, wet snow, imagine it was the light and fluffy stuff. You do the math conversion, it would have been 36.9 inches in Central Park. For Islip picking up 29.5, that would have been 56.3 of light, fluffy snow. KJ, that's almost 5 feet. You told me your mom is about 5 feet tall?
5 feet.
She's been covered. Okay, Central Islip, the biggest number of all. I showed you Islip, Central Islip, 31 inches. Some other numbers out there just quickly showing you. Toad Hill out in Staten Island, 27.8. That's the biggest for the city. So I'll step this way, guys. Here's your 7-day. We are cold again tomorrow. Watch out for the refreezing. That's really the only story. And then temperatures start going up. 40, 41 Thursday, 43 Friday, 46 Saturday, 44 on Sunday. A couple of little snow chances out there. But overall, you'll be melting snow, putting a little bit more as you melt it. But for the most part, I think we'll be taking away more than we add.
Okay, moving in the right direction. Thank you,
Lonnie. We're trying.
Yes.